Hey, wait a minute. You want to see professional wrestling? Well, don't touch that dial because Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling is next, and it's wrestling the way it used to be and the way you like it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling, the most exciting 30 minutes of professional wrestling, is on the air. I'm Dean Hill. We got a lot of great action in store for you this evening. The big news in the OVW is Trailer Park Trash. Are you ready for this? Trailer Park Trash has turned his back on the Rip Rogers camp and has realigned himself. Blood is thicker than water. He's back with his own cousin, Krazy. I'm joined here at ringside, as you can tell, by the Ohio Valley Heavyweight Champion, the Hustler, Rip Rogers. And Hustler, we want to address something right off the bat. We mentioned that there was a problem with Trailer Park Trash. We mentioned that something was wrong with the control that you had over Trailer Park Trash. Now, I understand that Easter Sunday night that he went crazy out here, and let's say crazy in a good way, because he has realigned himself with his own cousin, Krazy. And I understand you threw a tizzy, threw his bags in the ring, the whole bit. What happened?
Well, what it all boils down to, I've finally realized Trailer Park Trash is nothing but uneducated. He's a redneck. He's a hillbilly. He can't wrestle. He's not college educated. He's not in the same class as people like me and Dave the Rave. And he's not worth my time. That's all there is to it.
But he was your protege. He was the man that you planned on wearing the tag team titles with. You virtually, I won't say you taught him everything you know, but you taught him a lot of what he knows. Now, you're willing to just let all that go?
Hey, Rick Pitino with the Boston Celtics, he was counting on Purvis Ellison too, but he just couldn't cut the mustard. Just like Trailer Park Trash, he couldn't cut the mustard, so he's back now with his other idiot cousin Krazy.
Well, maybe the same thing will happen for the Trailer Park Trash that happened for the UK Wildcats. Patino went to Boston, and Tubby and the Wildcats won it all. Maybe that kind of luck will come Trailer Park's way. As a matter of fact, him and his cousin are in the ring. Faye Davis, take it away.
This tag match is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from North Vernon, Indiana, Roger Blade, and his tag team partner from Gasoline Alley, the Shade Tree Mechanic, Vito Andretti, and their opponents from the local asylum, Cousin Krazy, and his tag team partner, the man who hails from everywhere because his house is mobile, Trailer Park Trash.
The crowd loves seeing the Trash Man back with his own cousin, Krazy. Personally, I feel a lot better about Krazy being out here. For a long time, he was out here by himself. No one to keep him under control. No one to blow the whistle when necessary. Joe Wheeler calling for the bell. Right now, the collar and elbow lockup between Roger Blade and Trailer Park Trash. Rip Rogers, are you surprised that Cousin Krazy and Trailer Park are back together?
I could care less that Trailer Park Trash is back with his stupid cousin Krazy. I could care less because I've got Dave the Rave in my corner now.
All right, now the Trailer Park Trash having his way with Vito Andretti. Your Shade Tree Mechanic was just tagged into the match. His partner, of course, Roger Blade over here in the blue outfit. Vito right now, punch after punch, setting him up for the ride into the turnbuckle. Plants the Trailer Park there, follows it in, and gets a boot for his trouble. Oh, man, and it planted face first in the ring.
Well, Trailer Park, he's looking pretty good right now. But, you know, it's not Roger Blade he's in the ring with. It's not Vito Andretti. That's not going to happen when he gets in the ring with Dave the Rave. This is not going to happen when he gets in the ring with Hustler Rip Rogers. This is not going to happen when he gets in the ring with Flash Flanagan. You see, we're just a little bit better.
Right now, Trailer Park, what a maneuver from Trailer Park, showing some speed. Blade has no earthly idea where he's at right now.
Hey, there's no doubt that Trailer Park Trash can wrestle, but what I'm saying is he's not the upper echelon like myself, like Flash Flanagan, like Dave the Rave. He's good. He's a good wrestler. We're just a whole lot better.
Well, here comes a whole lot better for you, and one of the men I'd like to think maybe you're just a little bit intimidated by, and that's Kousin Krazy. Kousin Krazy right now cleaning Roger Blade's clock for him. The whistle from Trailer Park. Hold it. Trailer Park has turned Kousin Krazy back off. Those of you that have been following Ohio Valley know that the whistle turns Krazy on and off. Here comes the trailer jack. Drops it, buddy. Hook him up to the truck and pull him home.
Your winners, Kousin Krazy and Trailer Park Trash.
Trailer Park Trash and Kousin Krazy. Blood is thicker than water, ladies and gentlemen. Trailer Park could not stay away from his Kousin Krazy and see what was happening to him out here. I mean, it's been insane.
Hey, it was a great win for Kousin Krazy. It was a great win for Trailer Park Trash. But they're not in the ring with Hustler Rip Rogers. They're not in the ring with Flash Flanagan. They're not in the ring with Dave the Rave. So if you're beating up on the lower echelon, that's fine. But for us, no way.
Let's get some business in here, too. Don't forget, every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, come be part of our TV taping family. Bring your children. This is the kind of wrestling that you grew up with. No obscene language, no extreme violence. Also, if you're interested in renting Davis Arena or interested in talking to Danny Davis about being trained here in the Ohio Valley, give us a call at 280-7039. And also, don't forget, every Sunday night is our regular show. Bell time, 7 o'clock. But the big thing is, make sure you're here every Wednesday. Be part of our TV show. Kids love seeing themselves on TV. Listen, we're going to be back right after these words. Right now, Rip Rogers, what I want to know is what is going on with Ken Bolin. Kenneth Bolin, the personal friend of Jim Cornette. Matter of fact, he even has Cornette's old tennis rack now. He's aligning himself with you. What's the deal?
Now, wait a minute. He's not aligning himself.
Well, he was out there in the ring
well,
with you and the Seymour Punks last week.
He's interested with me. He's interested with Jason Lee. You know, he's a great manager. He's a personal friend of Jim Cornette.
Right.
Jim has handed his tennis racket down to Kenny, and now he's the only man in the world of professional wrestling that's even allowed to have a tennis racket at ringside. You didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that, but he's not necessarily coming into your camp. He's just, what, a casual acquaintance?
Well, that's for me to know and you and all the hillbillies in TV land to find out. But let's just say there's some kind of alliance.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, maybe we'll find out more about the prying out of the Hustler. Find out. We got a little tag team action. Jebediah and Kousin Otter coming up. Faye Davis, take it away.
This tag match is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from parts unknown, Assassin number 2. And his tag team partner, also from parts unknown, the Master of Terror. And their opponents, from Hawk Collar, Kentucky, Jebediah Blackhawk and Kousin Otter.
Jebediah Blackhawk and Kousin Otter getting ready to take on Assassin number 2 and the Master of Terror. Robert Briscoe, your referee, calling for the bell. Looks like Jebediah is getting ready to hook up with the Assassin, Rip Rogers.
Well, Jebediah Blackhawk, he's a young wrestler. He's a big, strong, and look at the fast tags right there by the hillbillies. You know, not only big and strong, and they're from Kentucky, so I know all the people love them, but they're actually starting to wrestle as a team. They're actually starting to wrestle as a cohesive unit, and that's hard for me to fathom because not very many hillbillies are that intelligent.
Well, Jebediah is very, very well versed and well trained from the training center here at Danny Davis. And of course, Kousin Otter comes out of Hawk Holler. Didn't know a lot about wrestling, as he used to call it, but Jebediah is really trained him quite well. And yes, Kousin Otter's becoming quite the tag team wrestler. Jebediah tagging him in right now. Here comes the big 300-plus boy from Hawk Holler, Kentucky. Right now, they're working exclusively on the Assassin. Assassin making his way back, tagging the Master of Terror. Terror comes in on the big boy from Hawk Holler right now. He's hitting him in the head, Rip Rogers. I don't think that's going to hurt Otter
I don't
much.
think that's going to hurt Otter. Otter's about 350 pounds, and he's got a lot of bulk. He's got a lot of size. He's got a lot of power. He doesn't have much braids because he's a stupid hillbilly, but he's got a great Otter line.
Man, what a clothesline from Kousin Otter. Puts him in the headlock. Works on that left arm. Pegs in Jebediah. Cranking on that arm. Cranking on it. Jebediah twisted up as well. Robert Briscoe making sure everything is fair and square in there. Master Terror goes to the eye, thumbing Jebediah in the eye, and here comes the Assassin.
Well, the Assassin, he's looking good in there. He was looking great on television last week. You know, he's an up-and-comer. And, you know, if I had a lot of money in my pocket right now, I'd bet it on the Master and Terror and the Assassin number 2. But since I just got my wrestling tights on and the hip, oh no, if he does that,
choke slam, plants him.
that's it.
Here comes Kousin
no.
Otter.
No, that's 350 pounds.
Look at the look in his eye. He's anxious to get up here. Here comes the Hawk Collar Splash. This could be it. Oh, man. 1, 2, and that's it.
Your winner, Jebediah Blackhawk and Kousin Otter.
Jebediah Blackhawk and Kousin Otter are a force to be reckoned with, Rip Rogers, here in the Ohio Valley.
Well, I have to congratulate them. That was a great win today on television among the Master of Terror and Assassin number 2. They're a great team, and if he would hit me with that splash, he would probably break both my ribs. But all I have to say is I'm the Ohio Valley Heavyweight Champion. I'm one of the greatest wrestlers in this sports today, and I'll take on anybody, and I'll be Ohio Valley Heavyweight Champion forever. If you excuse me, I got a lot of things on my mind. I think I'd like to leave now.
Well, talk about a surprise, but I'd have to say on my behalf, that's a good surprise. You can take the Ohio Valley Heavyweight Championship belt. Nice looking one, wasn't it? Brand new here in the Ohio Valley. We're very pleased to have it with us. We got a lot of great stuff still coming your way, including Nick and Rob are going to be out here in a little bit to defend the Ohio Valley Southern Tag titles. Right now, take a break. Back right after these words. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Rip Rogers leaves. And now Kenneth Bolin takes his place. What is this deal? You might as well, since you're going to be out here, you've insisted on coming up here to the television desk. What is this Camp Cornette I hear so much about?
Well, Camp Cornette's probably the most powerful organization in wrestling today, which I'm proud to be a part of. The tennis racket.
That's the real deal now.
I heard you. Of course, it's the real deal. I heard you out here trying to pry Rip Rogers for some information. If you want information, you can come to me. I am the only man in professional wrestling allowed to pack a tennis racket. It has been handed down to me by Jim Cornette,
That's the exact racket he carried for years out here on the circuit.
Absolutely. The real deal, where you see it, and comes in quite handy, I might add.
So what about Camp Cornette? I mean, is there anything more about it you can tell me?
Well, Camp Cornette.
Is it a big secret or what?
Well, you could say that there's some secrets. I heard you trying to pry some information out of
I know that you've been out here studying a lot of people.
Well, I haven't been taking notes. Got my eye on the guy in the ring, as a matter of fact. I've been taking some notes on him. Impressed with what I see, I might add. And I was just on the phone with Mr. Cornette for about an hour today, and that man's name came up quite a few times, I'll tell you that. Jason Lee, somebody to be keeping an eye on.
Jason Lee? I thought you meant All-American Doug Basham.
No, I have, well, you know.
Okay, all right. Let's find out what's going on here.
No,
Faye Davis, take it away.
This match is 1 fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first from Evansville, Indiana, the self-proclaimed most handsome man in wrestling, Jason Lee. And his opponent from Louisville, Kentucky, the All-American Doug Basham.
Our ring announcer, Faye Davis, announcing the names of All-America Doug Basham, of course the fan favorite out here, and the self-proclaimed most handsome man in professional wrestling, Jason Lee. I'll give him his due, though. Jason Lee does know his stuff out here in the ring, but the All-American Doug Basham has the fan support, and of course, Kenneth Bolin, you know what it is to have that home court advantage.
Oh, absolutely, and for the life of me, I can't understand why these fans are backing Doug Basham, because when you take a look at these two, even with that Band-Aid on Jason Lee's head, he is far superior in looks when it comes to this Doug Basham. He's not a handsome man at all.
Well, I don't know what the deal is with the bandage on Jason Lee's eye. He said there were stitches there, but surely it should have been healed by now.
176 is what I heard. 176 stitches is the report I got.
Doug Basham cranking up that arm. Jason Lee goes to the fist over the back of All-American.
What fist? That looked like a forearm to me. Yeah, it's a forearm.
It's a forearm, but the first one was a fist into the jaw, Kenneth Bolin.
Well, you're wearing glasses and I'm not, so if you didn't see something correctly, you ask me and I'll straighten you out on it.
Oh, I see. Doug Basham kicking out the 2 count from Joe Wheeler. The crowd screaming, "Go, Doug, go!" The All-American is a big fan favorite here in the Ohio Valley.
Are you sure they're not chanting, "Go, Jason, go"? Because I can't fathom that one fan in here would be rooting for that guy.
Well, a lot of the kids out here love the All-American as well. Follows it in. Oh, plants the big splash on Jason Lee and snaps him down.
A little bit of hair there, I saw.
Oh, drops that quick leg across the chops. 1, 2, the 2 count from Joe Wheeler. Backs him up into the corner, and All-American.
Now there's a fist. I didn't hear you comment on that.
Oh, and Doug
There's
runs
a good
into the
move.
foot.
Great move.
Jason Lee drop kick from the second rope.
He is one of the most acrobatic wrestlers I've seen down here in Ohio Valley. He has got some moves, brother.
What in the world is he doing now? Up in the
That's where the acrobatics come into play. You don't see everybody do that move.
But he wastes too much time, Kenneth Bolin. Profiling for these girls. He's showing off his muscle. He's smiling to the ladies.
Well, they want to
Be
see.
covering him.
Well, maybe that's where a guy like me can critique him just a little bit. Maybe get him to move a little bit quicker.
Oh, so you have something to offer.
Well, of
Jason
course
Lee.
I do. Of course I do. I've got something to offer any wrestler I've ever been in contact with. And Jason Lee, if we can come to some type of agreement, we've been talking.
Oh, man, what a maneuver from All-American Doug Basham. I thought it was going to be a power slam of some sort. I think Jason Lee did as well. Oh, God. Oh, man, off into a...
Whoa.
Oh, Jason comes out and grabs the feet. I thought that was it.
I got one.
Bridges, oh, look at this.
Oh,
What a show of
well,
strength.
that's impressive. I'll give him
That is
that.
great
That's an
conditioning.
impressive move. That's not anything he can't overcome,
wow.
though. Kicked out.
Both these guys are just pouring.
Nice forearm to the chest right there.
These guys are pouring everything into this, ladies and gentlemen. 110%. You can look at the face of All-American Doug Basham, and he's giving it his all.
that
What
was
a
a pop.
chop. The right across the ring. Oh, excuse me. No, big kick to the chin of All-American Doug, and then walks across him.
He's great, baby.
This
He's
could
great.
be the moonsault. Jason Lee loves the moonsault in this situation. High-risk maneuver. And nobody's home. Live by the sword, Kenneth Bolin. You die by the sword.
Well,
Neck breaker.
is that a legal move?
That's as legal as the day is long. Here we go.
Your winner, the All-American Doug
You can't tell me that was a legal maneuver.
That's a legal maneuver called the neck breaker, and Jason Lee.
Where did that referee get his education at? Because I'm pretty sure that's a
Well,
disqualification.
everyone out here knows where Joe Wheeler got his education. Joe Wheeler calls it right down the line. Right now, Jason Lee is not only the self-proclaimed most handsome man, he's the most hurting man in this ring right
Well,
now.
I'm sure he is after an illegal maneuver like that was just put on him. Like I said, if I can get with him and maybe critique him a little bit, you're not going to be seeing endings and matches like you just saw here today.
Oh,
We're
my
going to change
goodness.
a few of those things, and you give me about 2 minutes with him, and I'll get him right on the right track real quick.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, All-American Doug Basham, one of the great wrestlers that came out of the Ohio Valley Training Center from the Danny Davis School of Professional Wrestling. Give us a call at
Not that great.
280-7039 in regards to being trained by professional wrestler Nightmare Danny Davis. Also, if you're interested in renting Davis Arena, give us a call at the same number. Don't forget our every Sunday night show at 7 o'clock here at 1121 Mechanic Street in Jeffersonville, Indiana. But Kenny Bolin, the big news in Ohio Valley is the TV taping every Wednesday night at
Every
7
Wednesday.
o'clock. You see a lot of kids out here, don't
A
you?
lot of kids,
A lot of
kids.
signs, a lot of people with their baseball caps on.
And I have to admit, it is a good quality show. The kids should be here. You know, I'm not that much on kids myself, but it's a good quality show. They should be here.
It's a great show. Listen, we're going to be back right after these messages. Still joined here at ringside, ladies and gentlemen, by Kenneth Bolin, Jim Cornette's personal protege. Again, I got to find out. Camp Cornette, tell me something.
Well, you're asking a lot of questions you don't need to be asking right now. There's a lot of things being worked on right now that we're not ready to take to the general peon
So this
public
is a
out here.
need-to-know basis?
Pardon?
This is a need-to-know basis? Is that
Well,
what you're
when
saying?
you need to know, I'll let you know. Don't worry about that.
Okay, listen, we got a great match coming your way. Ohio Valley Southern Tag titles on the line. Faye Davis, take it away.
This match is an Ohio Valley Southern Tag title match. It's one fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first from Indianapolis, Indiana, Dave the Rave, and his tag team partner, also from Indianapolis, Indiana, Flanagan. And their opponents, the Ohio Valley Southern Tag Team Champions from Pittsburgh, PA, the Iron Man, Rob Conway, and his tag team partner
Dinsmore and Conway, the Ohio Valley Southern Tag Team Champions. Those belts placed proudly around their waist a few weeks ago after a very extensive tournament. Watch out. Oh, my goodness. The belts are on the line in this match. Briscoe calling for the bell. We are underway. Rave and Flanagan thought they'd do a quick maneuver on the two tag team champions, but it seemed to backfire on them right now. Looks to me like Dinsmore and Conway are having their way with Flanagan.
Well, I tell you what, they better get their way on Flanagan real quick, because he is an experienced young star. As you know, the WWF has had their eye on him for quite some time. He's been up there, a lot of quality wins in the WWF. And I tell you what, he's my pick right now, him and Dave the Rave, to maybe be the next champions here.
Well, it's a possibility. Of course, Flanagan has had his problems here over the last few weeks with Trailer Park Trash. They're both trying to figure out how they were going to get a shot at the heavyweight title. Of course, now Trailer Park Trash has went back home, so to speak, to Kousin Krazy. Watch out! Here comes the double whip. Conway into the stomach.
Right there was a double team, an illegal double team, I might add, and it took two of them to get an advantage on Flanagan.
Now, I've heard you comment about the same situation with some wrestlers that you like, and you called that just good, clean, experienced professional wrestling.
I don't recall ever saying anything of the such.
Oh, Dave the Rave grabs Conway from outside the ring, and Flanagan super kicks him.
I think he got his feet caught up in Dave's hands is what happened. That didn't look like anything intentional to me.
Come on, Bolin. Everyone out here saw him grab him. Dave the Rave right now.
I didn't see that.
Off the back, get a little momentum over the top. Oh, wow.
Now see the difference there. That was a legal tag, and Flash was exiting the ring, as you just saw happen right there.
They were both
nice
in the ring
clean
at the
move.
same time.
I tell you what, I'm impressed as the Dickens with this Flash and Dave the Rave. And if they don't have the belt soon, I'll be the most shocked man in America. This is a good young tag team here. And when you compete in the WWF the way Flanagan has, he can come in here to Ohio Valley and certainly hold his own.
Well, right now, Dave the Rave is having to be told to back off of Conway. Right now, sets him up for the right across the ring. Plants the big elbow into the Iron Man.
Oh, yeah. Good clean elbow, I might add.
Well, it was a clean elbow, I'll give you that, but he should be covering the man. I mean, the belts are on the line. There's no time to goof around.
Well, they're wearing the man down here. See, they're continuing to work, putting a beating on this young punk here. And they know what they're doing, believe me.
Flanagan screaming at the crowd to shut their mouths.
Well, they should. They're starting to hamper the man's thought process.
Sunset flip could be it. One. Oh, man.
Now, I don't guess you saw him pull the trunks of Flanagan there.
Of course not.
You better get another prescription on those glasses.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. The opinions of Kenneth Bolin do not reflect those of the Ohio Valley Wrestling Association. Big clothesline. Big clothesline from Flanagan and Dave the Rave, the wild man from Indianapolis.
I thought that was it.
Well, for a second, I thought it was as well.
Now, see this Dinsmore kid over here trying to get the fans to...
Well, the kids out here screaming for him. They love him.
Well, I don't know why. Look at those ridiculous-looking tights they're wearing.
It just brings out the animal in them.
Well, it does that.
Dave the Rave right here has got the version of the old camel clutch on Iron Man Rob Conway. Briscoe making sure everything is under control, make sure everything's fair.
That's a well-trained wrestler you see right there, brother. Look at him. Now he's putting the fear of God in that guy.
But why does he have to confront him? He wasn't in the match.
He's just letting him know if he does get in there, he means business.
Oh, and Briscoe's back is turned because of it. Double team action. There's a little double team for you, Kenneth Bolin.
He's leaving the ring. What more do you want? There he is, out of the ring. Nice clean maneuver. I tell you what, I know they're both dressed like zebras, but I certainly had another horse-like animal in mind when I look at them.
Kenneth Bolin. My goodness gracious. Flanagan right now still working on Iron Man Rob Conway. As we've all learned here, ladies and gentlemen, that's the idea from the pros like Les Thatcher that give you some information as it's going. Try to keep the one man in the ring, try to work on him. Look at Dave the Rave having to come in and make the save.
Good teamwork.
That's teamwork.
Well, he got out within a count.
That's called interference.
Well, he got out in a legal count, didn't he? Nice legal move. If he'd have broke the rules, they'd have disqualified him.
Briscoe calling for the break right now.
And he broke. He did everything the ref asked him to do. You can't ask for any more than that.
Nope. Conway gets that tag. He makes the tag. Another drop kick. Another drop kick. Another drop kick. Dinsmore showing why he's such an athlete. Man, getting up and down like that. Wow. 6 of them in a row. Michael Jordan could do that.
Well, that little zebra's fast. I'll give him that.
Oh, and planting that shoulder. Setting him up. Are we going to have the meeting of the minds? Is this it? Meeting of the minds. Oh! What a maneuver from Flash, but it costs him. Hold it. Rip Rogers is
There you
entering the
go.
ring.
He'll get
What's
things
Rogers doing
restored
out
here.
here? Briscoe calls for the bell. That's it.
Why are they ringing the bell?
The belts are going to stay in the hands of Nick Dinsmore and Rob Conway. The outside interference.
What is Trash
Look at
doing in
Trailer
there?
Park Trash. Look at Trash. Oh, man, Trash wants Rip Rogers.
Get out of there, Rip!
Conway and Dinsmore are just pummeling Flash Flanagan and Dave the Rave. Rip Rogers hits the ring, and Trailer Park Trash is cleaning his
Trailer
clock.
Park Trash has no business in that ring right now.
Rip Rogers.
Come on, Rip, you got to get out of there, brother.
Rip Rogers and Trailer Park Trash are going nuts. I know the camera's back on us here at the TV disc. We've had a wild night. These guys are still going at it.
Oh, my God. Rip's got to get...
Listen, we are here every Wednesday night for our TV taping, every Sunday night for our regular show, 1121 Mechanic Street, Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Rip, you gotta get out of
need to be
there.
here. This is great professional wrestling, the kind of wrestling you grew up with. We've only got 10 more seconds, Kenneth Bolin. You better keep an eye on what's going on out here.
I'm
because
keeping
this
an eye.
is great wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, be here every week from our family to yours, heart of the Ohio Valley. See you at ringside.
Get out of there!